vote thumbs down for all the garbage. Everybody else better pay homage and acknowledge your magic.
Contrary to popular belief, this is not how you board a subway in New York City. Unless you don't have the Metro card, then this might be sort of what it's like. Hello and welcome to Beelzebub's Buns channel. Today we are playing The Division, and wow, I mean, this game has really been talked about for so long and it's been delayed, and we all know about that, but I was really surprised, and actually I really have enjoyed this game a lot. So yes, it is a bullet sponge kind of game. Let's just get down to the nitty-gritty of it. But it does depend on what you have. If you're gonna have powerful weapons, or if you have good armor and all that, what you would expect from an RPG. And there have been some games out there that have kind of taken the RPG elements, but really just didn't really capitalize on it. But this game here, God, there's so much to do. It's a lot of fun, really it is. And I was gonna wait for the reviews to come out, but when I started seeing some people playing this game, I was like, you know what, let's just go for it. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. I was watching out because I know it is from Ubisoft, and being that Watch Dogs had only about maybe several days worth of fun, and then it just kind of died out there. I was really on the fence about getting this game. I was like, oh man, it's gonna turn into like another Watch Dogs, but this is definitely have exceeded anyone's expectations, really. So when you come out, here's New York City. Now, there is so much detail in this game. I've never seen so many trash bags in a video game before. But not only that, there's just so much detail wherever you go. And even if you're on a console or if you're playing on PC, this is such a great game to look at, and it's just also fun to play. Now, before I get too much into the detail, and as the video plays, you'll see all the detail that goes into it, I just want to talk about the cover system here in this segment. So, if you've played Gears of War like I have for a while, and you've enjoyed the series just as much, you kind of screwed yourself over on the cover system a little bit. Now, The Division really makes the cover system a lot more fluid, but when it comes to certain things like hurdling over a piece of cover, you do have to press another button to do that. So on default, it's going to be B if you're playing on an Xbox, and if you're playing on PlayStation, it's either going to be a circle or a square, hexagon, I don't really know. But as far as default goes, so when you compare it to Gears of War, I mean, that's it was more of working off of the A button and the joystick. So if you are really tuned to that kind of controller layout, you're gonna kind of hiccup a little bit here when you're playing The Division. You would expect your character to maybe, in like my case, I was just wanting to shoot out a cover, but my character actually went around the cover piece that I was standing behind. So sometimes that will happen, you'll expose yourself a little bit, like right there. So I was expecting just to shoot from cover, but other than that, nonetheless, this game really depends on the teamwork. If you're going to play a really hard mission, you can also play a really hard mission just on your own, and there will be less enemies, but it is going to be hard, and you can spend hours and hours and hours just trying to complete a mission. A lot of dying and a lot of respawning and learning from your last mistakes. That is great. This is what video games need anyways. You do feel very accomplished if you actually do complete a mission, even if you're on your own and the story is given to you just as well. But we're working with a team here, and the teamwork is so great for this game. You really feel accomplished when you set down maybe a turret or whatnot, and you're distracting the enemy, and you go around and flank the enemy. I mean, that's just so cool, and it's awesome to see people work together, and people just pick off from one another, even without talking over the microphone. Unfortunately, these guys didn't talk, and I was trying to get a voice out of them. You know, I was talking on my mic, but that didn't really happen in this. As you can see, though, we are playing this mission just fine. So whether or not you have a microphone, it's still going to be a great time. So let's get back to all the detail that's in this game that I was talking about earlier. The amount of detail that you see for any kind of trash or any kind of vehicles, all the cover that you can use. I mean, it's so prolific, and it's just so great for them to add all this, and it doesn't really look that bland or anything. Now, there is some skepticism about the E3 trailer back a few years ago where they showed the Division. And some people say, oh, it's not up to par and all that. This is still great. I mean, look how vast and colossal this feels. I've been to New York City before, and I mean, this really is kind of what it feels like, minus all the dead bodies. But this here is Times Square, and at night it's going to look awesome with the lighting system in this video game. Off to the right, where you see all those biohazard signs, that's the dark zone. So that's going to be in the center of New York, and the dark zone is basically hell on earth. I mean, it's really very, very difficult to take out enemies, and I hear that, you know, people can kill you and all that in the dark zone. I haven't really played too much of the dark zone yet, so I would rather just work with the team. I've played a little bit of it, and there were some guys that we worked together, but I know not everybody wants to work together, so just be prepared to use a lot of ammo and killing just about anything that you see. When it comes to video games modeled after an actual city, I'm kind of a dork about it, and I like to go to big profile kind of places. So New York City has the Empire State Building, and I would like to go there to check out what the Empire State Building looks like. And I can kind of see it off into the distance, but I wanted to walk over to the Empire State Building, but it's not that easy given that it is in the dark zone. And when I start walking somewhere, even if I'm out of the dark zone, I usually come across somebody and they want to kill me, so I get kind of sidetracked. It's not that easy just walking to one place. So just because the map may not be the entire island of Manhattan, it's really not that easy to walk around. So don't by any means think that this game is small. This game is very, very large. If we're talking walking around on foot, now GTA, obviously you can get in vehicles and you go a lot faster and everything like that, but when you're running around, it's not always going to be easy going from point A to point B. For those that haven't played this mission before, this is going to be regaining power to Times Square. So you're going to be walking around with this fuse box looking like you're going to the airport, and you come across a wave of bad guys. This is going to be the final location in which you'll complete the mission, but there are many more waves after this. If you couldn't tell already, this gameplay is sped up, so this isn't the tempo that the game plays off of. Now, as I watched this, I noticed a lot of the things that I could have done a little bit better. But nonetheless, I mean, that's what you learn from. We're going to be wrapping up the last of the bad guys for this wave here. So you can see the flanking that is going on in this game. So that my partner went up to him and then I came off from the side. So this is just examples of certain things that you can do, and it just forces the bit of teamwork that should be in this game, and it is. So here I go off to the airport with my fuse box, plug it in there, and we should have power, but we're gonna have to defend the area first.
Unfortunately, you seem to switch and run. You're gonna have to hold out there for a second to make.
I thought that Call of Duty series had mastered the amount of stuff that's on screen, but this game has a lot of stuff that's on screen. However, the game is very good at explaining what you need to do in order to customize your guns, and just helps you get used to the control scheme. So not only is the teamwork represented in the fire and maneuver aspect, but it's also with the abilities that you have. So for me, I put down this box for healing, and it's going to heal those around me, except for if you're actually gone down, just like right now. So my teammate would just come over and help. But you can do that, and also your attack, so your offensive specialty, which for mine it's the automated turret. Or you can have the, as you've seen before in the trailers, the ball that rolls, and I don't really know what you call it right now, but it goes and finds the person and basically it explodes. After After shooting and looting, mission is complete and power is now restored to Timesquare. So like I said before, at night this probably looks very, very vibrant and really cool, whereas right now it's just you can see all the electronics turning on.
Start spreading the news.
My gamer tag is Ghibli Giblets. I'm going to be on Xbox. If you guys want to go ahead and follow me or friend me on there, and we can go ahead and play some Division in a group, and hopefully you have a microphone so we can talk. If not, I'll try to pick things up through osmosis and take some subtle hints. But what I want to talk about here is, now this is what you would, if you want to compare it to Destiny, which there should be no comparison, but this section here, this is going to be your base of operations. And what's so cool about this, I mean, this adds to the RPG elements. This is equivalent to the tower if you want to compare it to Destiny. And what is so awesome about this is that it actually incorporates certain things. So here, this is going to be the security wing, and you have different wings throughout your base of operations. And then this is the tech wing here. So the more that you upgrade a certain wing throughout your base of operations, it's going to help you in gameplay. So I just unlocked these. There's a little ball that blows up and kills people. And that's going to help you out in your skills and your abilities to either, if you want to modify your weapons or if you want to add different perks, is really going to help, and it just gives you that sense of satisfaction whenever you actually improve a certain wing in your base of operations. And the more that you improve certain areas, the more it actually lights up and people go throughout the area. So like this section here, there weren't any kind of lights on or anything like that. And the more that you improve your base of operation, you're going to see people walking through the virus lab, conducting research, or if you upgrade your security wing, you're going to see a lot more people, such as guards and whatnot, walking around. And you have your K9 unit section that you can upgrade. And then this will help you with certain tasks that you can do out in the open world. So this has been Beelzebub's Fun's channel. If you like this video, leave a like and go ahead and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching.